So today I want to talk about the importance of measurements and the different feedback tools that you can use. So the number one that I want you to be able to do is take photos. So make sure that these are in a good light. So we need a front, a back and a side photo. What I want you to be able to do is to review these every 2 weeks to see if there's any changes or not. The second thing that I want you to be able to do is measurements. Now, the measurements that we are going to take are going to be mid-arm, chest, belly button, hips and mid-thigh. Now, when we do all these measurements, this for me is such an important feedback tool, because let's say, for example, if our weight has stayed the same for the last 2 weeks, you can get quite disheartened. But all this could actually be is just that it's been either the time of the month or you've had a lot of stress, you've not been sleeping as well. All this is going to affect our weight. But if you've still been eating well, you've been training well, you've been consistent, and then you do your measurements and you actually see you've dropped inches off to each side. So this is why, for me, this is why it's so important. And if you're consistent day in, week in, month out, these measurements will drop absolutely loads. Now, the key here is, let's say, for example, you're in a size 16 dress at the minute, or you're in a size 36 waist jeans. If we're losing inches off of each of these sizes, you are going to look visibly different and your clothes are going to feel so much different. So this, for me, is one of the most important feedback tools. The next one, obviously, we're going to do is weight. Now, I want you to take the weight on the first session so we know exactly how much we weigh, but I don't want you to get too hung up on your weight. This is going to fluctuate depending on, obviously, on the time of the month, because you've been eating carbs, because you've been training, because you're stressed, because of your sleep, because you've drunk more water. There's so much things that impact weight, but remember, weight doesn't necessarily mean that you've lost body fat. So what I want you to focus on here is do the weight on the first session and then just do this every 2 to 4 weeks. If you're being consistent day in, day out and doing the basics, sticking to the principles, over a monthly period, this would have dropped anyway naturally quite a lot.